Hey guys, today we're going to kind of tie in bear defense and base defense together. Okay, so if you can make sure you fully understand bear defense before you try to understand these different concepts as well. But we can actually combine base and bear defense in a few different ways. So we're going to talk about those different ways right now. So again, this is just going to be on bear and base defense used together. Okay, so just came up with three scenarios here, three different ways to do this to really kind of comprehend. And then we'll talk about other things after that. So the first thing we'll talk about is right and left. And so this is an example. All these examples are against, again, just a 21 set where there's two eligibles, wide out, tight end to one, and just one on the other side, two backs, quarterback under center. But you can imagine, potentially quarterback in the shotgun, four wide receivers, two on each side, or maybe three and one, or maybe there's a tight end that's off the line of scrimmage with three wideouts. A lot of different formations, but what we can do is we can signal things in as a defense based on the offensive formation. So offense breaks the huddle. Maybe we want to be in, say, base right, but we want to be in bear on the defense's left side. Okay, so this gives us the option to do that. So we can be ultra aggressive on one side and maybe base scenario keeping things in front of us on the other side. Okay, so this is just an example of base right, bear left. Okay, so on the right hand side of our defense, we're in base. Okay, so our Willie's he's up and on because he's just got his one, but we're in a 4-eye at the D tackle spot. Our Buck's over the guard, and our free safety, he's at his 8-yard depth, and he's playing alley this side. And our corner's maybe off at 5 yards, giving that nice cushion to one. But we're playing bear on the left. And so our end is reduced down to a 3 technique. Our Mike is widened. Our strong safety, he's in the strong C gap, but he's pressed up on number 2, playing man-to-man on the tight end inside shade. Sam's coming off the edge. So, and our corner's pressed up on this wideout. So if you can see, like, bear left, base on the right. We have the ability to do that. Okay, and that could be, again, just a quick signal in from a D coordinator and a defensive coach, signaling that kind of stuff in. Okay, we can also shift to bear defense. Okay, so we can, you signal in the word shift, or signal in a shift to bear defense. So you can see we're lined up in base defense, and thus we would then shift to bear on first down to the quarterback. So quarterback gets under center, he says down, and then all of a sudden strong safety sprints up. He's now in strong C gap. This guy's going to now stagger, and he's rocking. We reduce down to a 3 technique. Mike widens out a little bit. Buck widens out a little bit. D tackle shifts down, and again, 3 technique. Willie's up and on. Corner's up and pressed. And then this guy's either filling the free safety spot or coming down here to be a third linebacker. So we can shift to things. And so all of a sudden, quarterback, typically the quarterback's cadence is 3, 4, 5 words down. All of a sudden, here comes the defense shifting. He might, the play call might be off a little bit, especially no huddle offenses that are working with the play clock, and that's kind of coming down. So we can shift to bear defense. And by all means, we can shift to base right, bear left. We can move things around from one side to the other. So it gives us a lot of flexibility when base and bear are understood, and we can do different things with it. The last thing we can do is also disguise. And so we can disguise our base defense or disguise bear defense. Okay, so in this scenario, we're disguising base defense. So we're lined up in bear. So it looks ultra aggressive. It looks like certain things. And so, certain play calls, especially no huddle, might be called thinking, hey, the border rights are coming off the edge. And in all reality, we're not. Okay, and so at the base of the, at the snap, these guys are bailing, and he's coming back into his fourth. He's coming over into his fourth, and different things there. So we can look a certain way, but really we're running something else. So those are 3 ways that we can, kind of combine base and bear defense. Okay, so if bear defense is really short, it's just one video length, only 5 minutes. But if we can understand that bear defense and again come back to our original base defense, our overall concepts, we can then combo them together and really kind of not let the opponent know